Let's get into this case of F around and find out, because he effed around and found out. Let's get into it.
Hey, yo!
Keano Evans. I caught chills just thinking about it. Y'all see the goosebumps I got? Sir, I don't know what he said to you, but you whooped his ass. And I want to reach out to you because I want to know, what did that Cuban man say to you to make you call the ancestors on his... You, sir, it wasn't a seat or a person could take him off that man. Let me tell you something. When they detached Mr. Keano from him, that man looked like he had been in one of those fights on the cartoon, you know, where motherfuckers start fighting, then a ball of smoke start happening, and anybody who get near that ball of smoke get drugged. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. I don't know what you said, but I know you said something to piss that man off, and I know how y'all do shit. You did something wrong.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Thank you so much for clicking on this episode. I really do appreciate your love and support on this channel. So I just happened to come across this video. I don't know if you guys have come across this video of this guy. The video is now just going around right now on social media, especially on TikTok, of a guy by the name Keano Evans that was on a Frontier Airlines flight from Philadelphia to Miami on June 30th this year. And it's been said that on that same flight, there was a 21-year-old guy by the name Ishaan Sharma of Newark, NJ. According to Evans, Sharma began muttering threats, including statements like, you know, you'll hear on the video. And Evans was not happy about this. And he even went on ahead and told the flight attendants of what was happening and that man was threatening his life. And they just told him to go and sit down. If anything comes, he just presses a button to call them and all that. But as he went back to sit on his seat, this guy just attacked him, and Evans had to defend himself. And now the mainstream media is turning the case and saying that Evans is now the villain, and this guy who is Ishaan is the victim. Now Evans is becoming the villain for defending himself, and even people in the comment section are going on with the narrative that this guy, he's actually the one who attacked Ishaan. And it's from whatever they've heard or watched from the news, because even Evans, as of what video that you'll be seeing today on this episode, will be clarifying and telling you a lot more of what happened and what was going on. It's quite sad because based on his color, now he's becoming the villain, and this guy, he's becoming the victim, which is quite sad. But just to let you know, people, if you want to go out there attacking melanated people, thinking that they will not defend themselves because of how the system have been, even for defending themselves, they always become the villains and you become the victim. You have to be very careful, because this narrative is changed and people are not going to see it and watch you attack them, or you say things towards them, you insult them, assault them, and expect them not to retaliate. You know, choices have consequences. So when you make such choices, make sure that you're ready for the consequences that will come with your choices. I want us to watch these videos together, guys. Every clip and every stitch that you'll be seeing on our today's episode, credits belongs to the original creators of these videos that you're seeing on your screens. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, make sure to subscribe. So let's just dive right ahead and we'll come back with more commentary.
I'm gonna tell y'all, that video off of Frontier Airlines, where that brother Keano Evans tore that man out the frame, I ain't never been more proud of to be a black man in America in my fucking life. And even on Mr. Evans, is it Keanu or Keanu? Even on Keanu or Keanu's page, Luis Rodriguez, we know he probably don't even like black people. swore that Keanu or Keanu, whatever his name is, was fucking with the man. And I just like to say to Mr. Rodriguez, who gives two fucks what you think, Mr. Rodriguez, because your homeboy got his ass tore out the frame and almost got his eye knocked out of whack. Or out the socket, as they say. Ooh, talk about a moment in time. I know so many people wish they had been on that flight with him. Y'all got to go over there and see what's going on. Mr. Evans was on his flight from Philadelphia to Miami, minding his business, and this man here, Mr. Swarmer Man, or whatever his name is, started fucking with him, doing chants behind his back or whatever he was doing in front of him and behind him. He was in close proximity to Keanu. Keanu tried his best to keep his cool, but that goddamn Swarmer motherfucker kept picking. And in the words of my Uncle Darren that passed away, you keep picking and I'm gonna give you a licking. And that's exactly what Keanu did. He tore this motherfucker ass out the frame. And well, when the flight landed, they arrested the chicken swarmer man or whatever his fucking name is. But wouldn't you know, the media goes with the narrative that Keanu was harassing the chicken swarmer man. Keanu has since posted videos from other people who were on the flight. 2 white women videotaped from their view what happened. The video I seen, Keanu was hitting that motherfucker where it hurts. So that's about all I saw. But now Keanu has other footage from other places himself and other people showing what a man who they arrested and charged was fucking with him. So I hope Keanu get him a lawyer and sue ABC, NBC, CBS, Disney, Netflix, Hulu, and anybody else who posts a video out of context. Good luck to you, Keanu. And on behalf of Black America, Uncle Darren, proud of you. Keep up the good work.
Welcome to the no-fly zone, buddy. If y'all got beef 30,000 feet in the air where everybody's safety is in jeopardy, I got a couple of words for you. Try therapy. It works. You can, fighting somebody on a plane is nasty work. Sir, if that window is busted open with your fist, we're all dying.
Don't judge a situation until you know all of the details. I saw a viral video of a Frontier flight where a gentleman named Keano Evans was in a fight with some other gentlemen. And of course, you run to the comments and everybody's saying how terrible that is. And they're indicting and making comments against Keano Evans. But then if you just go and look up the story, you find out that Keano Evans is not the one to be blamed here. The other gentleman was the one who was charged. He was making life-threatening threats against Keano Evans. He tried to call for the attendant. The attendant was not attendant. And so the other gentleman was forehead to forehead with him, took him by the throat. He ended up practicing self-defense. So before you just go running the comments or making videos of your own and trying to make somebody look bad in a particular light, you should probably get all the details first.
I've tried 2 times now to comment on the New York Post TikTok page under the video of Keanu Evans beating the ever-loving crap out of that weird demonic dude on his flight. I keep trying to comment like, heck yeah, that was awesome. The people in the reaction, or the people in the video's reaction, lame. They should have been like, heck yeah, beat that dude's ass. Are you kidding me? Dude was telling him, he was giving him death threats. Go look it up. Keanu Evans, he talks about like this guy in a demonic voice was like saying that he was less than a man and like that if he tried to do something, the guy would kill him. Like, what are you talking about? It's totally provoking him. Yeah, I'll beat your ass for less. Are you kidding me?
It's crazy, guys, that, you know, some of you are just gonna, you know, come and attack somebody who was trying to defend himself. You know, when you tell him that he could have prayed to God to protect him, like, what do you do when someone is fighting you? God has already given you hands and the strength to protect you. You know, you have to defend yourself, and that is exactly what he did. But most of you are on the comment section attacking this guy. What would have been the case if this guy was actually unalived by this man? You'll still be here saying, creating videos, He should have defended himself. Like, he's a man. And when he does that, now you want to come out and call him and say that he was creating danger because he was in an aircraft. So he would have just been there, stand there as this man is choking him, and wait until this man chokes him to death. And this man will eventually walk free because he will come and say it was in self-defense. I don't understand why like such things are happening. You see, I did another video of where a melanated woman was being attacked and spit on by a Caucasian woman at a school kindergarten graduation. This woman, all she did was she recorded, and people were angry because she did not defend herself. And you see, it's crazy and even hard for Black Americans to defend themselves, because when you defend yourself, you are the villain. When you defend yourself, you are the criminal here. And when you don't defend yourself, it's your fault that this happened to you. I don't get to understand why you guys have to be like this. You want people to defend themselves, and when they do that, you want to start blaming them, calling them out, you know. And you all seen, like, everything and every story that you people have been coming across is just what the mainstream media is feeding you and the narrative that it's giving you. And you all are believing that this man, the black man, is actually the one who attacked this man for no reason. It's quite crazy, guys. But anyway, let's go on and we'll come back.
I would like to take the time to clarify a few things. I'm getting many comments like the one above of people saying that I provoked that man during the flight. First thing first, Good Morning America, ABC News, they have the narrative wrong. That's not the truth. They didn't take the time to ask any witnesses who were close by and actually witnessed the real thing, what happened. They interviewed the two girls who were at the front of the flight who videotaped what happened from a distance, whose video went viral. They interviewed them. They didn't even see what happened. All they saw was the aftermath. They seen and heard commotion going on in the back, and then they start recording their phone after we're fighting. And you guys want to go with that narrative. I've been getting a lot of hate speech. I've been getting a lot of negative comments, but I'm also getting an overwhelming amount of support. And for everybody who does support and is taking the time to go down the rabbit hole and find the truth, thank you. ABC, Good Morning America, I wish you guys would reach out and actually get the true story. There's plenty of witnesses who were around me in the vicinity, and they posted their own testimony to social media, and it aligns with the story that I told WSVN and what happened. I was the one who got out of my seat and went to the restroom. I was the one who told the flight attendants about the disturbed man who was sitting behind me, because I was in the front seat and he was in the back seat, and I informed them that this man is giving me threats and he's saying things to me. Before I even got up out of my seat, I had my headphones on. I'm listening to music. I'm looking outside of the window, admiring the sunset, and I hear somebody faintly laughing behind me. I can't hear it that loud because my headphones are on, but he was laughing that loud that I could hear him faintly in my headphones. I thought it was just a normal person watching a movie on their phone, some kind of funny movie, and I paid it no mind. But the two young women who were sitting next to me, they kept breaking their neck to look back to see what he was laughing at and what was wrong with the guy. And after they multiple times kept looking back, it made me a little worried, so I took my headphones off and I looked at them, and they looked at me with concern about the person behind me. I turn around and I ask the guy, "Are you good?" And he starts doing that villainous laugh again. Ha 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 ha. You're nothing but a weak man, a mortal man, a puny man. Like, he's saying things like that to me, nobody else, to me. I didn't even know this guy was behind me the entire flight. I just start laughing about it because I think it's funny. I'm like, what's wrong with this crazy guy? Why is he talking to me like that? I just get up. I'm like, I go to the restroom and the flight attendants are right there. So I say, "Hey guys, there's a disturbed, deranged man behind me. He's giving me things like death threats and stuff like that. I'm just letting you know that if he puts his hands on me, like, I'm gonna defend myself." I tell them that. They're like, "It's okay. We basically already know about what's going on." They let me know that they were aware of him. And they told me to go back to my seat and press the button if he continues. So I do just that. I walk back to my seat. As I'm sliding back through the aisle to get to 18F, which is where I was sitting, he's jawing off at me again. Oh, you weak man. You go to the restroom and you're looking at yourself in the mirror because you're just a weak man. If you challenge me, it will lead to your death and your destruction. He's saying evil things like this to me. And as soon as he starts jawing off again, I just get up, I press the button, and I turn around and I question him. I said, yo, what's your problem? You know, I'm not with any of that demonic stuff that you have going on. And he gets up immediately. He puts his forehead on my forehead, face to face, and he grabs me with both of his hands and he starts to choke me. You guys are saying things, oh, if you're a man of God, why didn't you use your words? Why didn't you rebuke him? What would you do if you were in a confined space on an aircraft and another stranger you don't know stands up and starts to choke you? I defended myself. I did what any rational person would do. Okay? I genuinely concerned for this man, Ishaan. Whatever demon, whatever situation he was going through, I pray that man gets the help that he needs, because that is not okay. When is it okay to put your hands on another human being on a flight for no reason, unprovoked? I did nothing to him. I was minding my business the entire time. I was prepared for all the racist comments and the hate speech and things like that, and honestly, it doesn't faze me. The only thing that upsets me is that these news outlets are reporting false narratives and everybody is starting to run with it and believe it. Take the time. Go to WSVN on Instagram. Go on YouTube. Go to WSVN and search the news and listen to the story. There's a young woman named Melissa who was on the flight and she was helping break up the fight. She was right there when everything happened, and she tells the entire story on her Instagram. I will tag her Instagram in the comments. Go watch it for yourself. Don't believe everything the news puts out. They just put out silly narratives without having the real truth behind the entire story. Thank you to everybody who's supported me. Thank you to everybody who's reached out to me with encouragement. You guys have been nothing but uplifting through this entire experience. Everything in my life just changed overnight, all because of this one incident. I don't condone violence. I don't condone things like that, but I also don't believe it's okay for another man to attack another man unprovoked. I don't believe in that. And I believe you have every right to defend yourself, and that's exactly what I did. You know, a lot of people want to hear more about the story and they want to know what's going on, but I'm honestly getting tired of this. Every day I've waken up and it's been more and more and more commotion and more people reaching out to me, and it's just getting overwhelming. So this is the last thing I'm just going to post about this story. I'm going to leave it at that. If you guys want something more in depth, then I may post something on YouTube at some point, but just stay connected to me. Follow my page, like my page, subscribe to my page, subscribe to my YouTube, whatever the case may be if you're looking for more. But right now, I just need some time and some space. So, hey, God bless you guys and take care.
Being in a country like the States, where black men are often unalived by people that even have no reason, just because of hating them, just because of racism, you will now find where in today's world where we are living, a black man will be threatened by someone, especially with the threat of unaliving them and taking away their life, and you expect them to just sit there and be okay with it. It doesn't matter whether it's in a plane, whether it's at the bus station, whether in a bus, or whether in the train. It has gotten a point where people have to defend themselves at all costs. The reason as to why I'm saying this is just the other day that there were men who were unalived. I'm sure you all came across that story. And in most cases where black men get to lose their lives, we never get to find these criminals. We never get to hear of cases of these criminals being arrested. But when it's the other way around, there are always people who are guilty, who are very found, like, they find them very fast. But when it comes to black men, no one cares about that. And it doesn't matter to so many people. Now, this man defended himself, and people on like social media are coming for him. Some even saying what he did was not right. So he just wanted him to sit there. So if you're watching this video and you're used to, you know, attacking black people, black Americans on the streets just because of your white privilege, and you feel like because of your white privilege you'll be protected out there like this man just did. You're just 21 years old and you have the audacity to just be attacking people on a plane. I don't even understand like what's wrong with these guys, because I mean some of them, as people are saying, like it's like a demonic attack, because you just be sitting and minding your own business. Like this man was sitting on his seat in a flight and this man just decided to start attacking this man. It's not even normal. But at the end of the day, even when the devil comes, you always have to be ready to defend yourself. You always have to be ready to defend yourself. And this has been the case, and this is going to continue being the case if there's gonna still be continue being Karens and Kens out there attacking people for no reasons. As the guy is explaining what happened, Evans consulted a flight attendant and was advised to hit the assistance button if the behavior continued, and he exactly did that. And as he was going to sit down, this man was already up and he was choking him. So he did that. When Sharma langed, placing his forehead against Evans and choking him, the altercation turned physical. Of course, when someone is choking you, you have to be physical about it. You have to protect yourself. You have to defend yourself. So the video shows Sharma grabbing Evans by the throat, the video that we cannot put here because of some reasons and following the guidelines, followed by Evans landing multiple punches in self-defense. Fellow passengers were visibly trying to intervene. And the aftermath of this was Sharma sustained a black eye and cuts that required medical attention. Evans suffered minor scratches, but no serious injuries were reported. You're gonna attack someone, you cannot even fight for yourself. You cannot even fight to save yourself, but you wanna be out here, you wanna be out there using your mouth attacking people because you never thought that there are gonna be consequences that were going to come for you. And legal developments as per what is happening right now, Sharma was arrested at Miami-Dade International Airport, charged with battery, held on a $500 bond, and ordered to stay away from Evans at least 500 feet. And the defense, you see, like this guy is the one who left with injuries. And I was still hearing from the legal developments and what has been happening, because most of you didn't get to see or hear the whole story of what happened. Sharma was the one who was arrested and not Evans, because Evans was just a victim and not the villain, as most of you are making him to be. Defense argument: Sharma attorney claimed he was meditating as part of the religious practice, and Evans did not like that, which we all know it's a lie. How are you gonna meditate insulting people and threatening someone that you're gonna unalive them? And Evans also emphasized, as he has done even on this video, that he did not start the fight and that the video doesn't show the lead up or the video that you have been seeing going viral. And he also expressed regret that he had to defend himself and was concerned the footage might paint him in a bad light, as people are doing. But you all have to note that this guy was not the villain, he's just the victim, and it was in self-defense, and this is why you're seeing all these happening. Let me know what your thoughts are on the comment section. Just remember, if you're gonna be out there be attacking people with your mouth and thinking that you'll not have any consequences coming for you, you have to be very careful. Also make sure that you know how to punch someone if you're gonna do that, because if you don't, you might end up like Sharma. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching up to this part, and always remember to always listen and research enough to listen and hear the whole story before judging someone. And until the next episode, bye.